God was not stranded when he created you. He never created you only to be stranded. Now, what will you do? No. He had your purpose in mind when he created you. Actually, you existed before you lived. Don't be so much bothered on how you look and what you don't have. God knows that what you have is what you need. So you are tailor-made for a specific purpose, for a particular assignment. Yes, this is Joe Wisdom. Welcome to the Wisdom Talks, and excited once again to be part of this program, and thank all of you who have been following us and watching these programs. I know you are getting edified. We are adding some value into your lives, and that is our joy when we add something into what you know. We know that you know so much, but again, adding something to it is also equally important. We say that wisdom is like fire; it is borrowed from those who have it. We are also grateful to hear for your feedback as you comment, and also as you also talk to your friends who need what you are eating right there. I keep saying that's very dangerous, if your friends come to realize what you have been eating alone. So always feel free to share to your friends so that at least they can get help, and they can also you can also be a blessing to them. Today is a very special day. And being a special day, I want to answer to a question that one of our followers and viewers have been asking. He was asking, Joe Wisdom, how can I discover my purpose? How did you discover? How do you discover your purpose? And today, I want to address that question. Specifically, this is a special dedication to, those friends of mine who have written to us, and specifically to me, wanting to know how you discover your purpose. Allow me to say that the desire to know your purpose is one of the greatest desire that you can ever have as a human being. The desire to know why you are created. Many people on the surface of the earth, running up and down without a cause, without understanding their cause. And these are some of the proofs and some truths that you need to understand about purpose. That everyone in the society, everyone on the surface of the earth has a purpose. God was not stranded when he created you. He never created you only to be stranded. Now, what will you do? No. He had your purpose in mind when he created you. Actually, you existed before you lived. That is why God speaking to Jeremiah, he said, before you are formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. That knew you, that means that there was a purpose for him. And that is why, according to God, it's not so much about the container, it's about the content. That's why you see some of the great people doing great things are not people that you approve by sight. Many times you have dismissed people. Many times we dismiss people by their looks, because we don't feel like they are good enough to do what they are doing. But you see, our God is not a respecter of persons. Because what matters, your body, your physical appearance, is only a carrier of that which you are called to do, your assignment. So don't be so much bothered on how you look and what you don't have. God knows that what you have is what you need. So you are tailor-made for a specific purpose, for a particular assignment. And that particular assignment goes, you are cut out just to do that. So stop copying others. Stop getting lost in trying to do what others are doing. Maybe you are not light-skinned because you never needed to be light-skinned for you to do what you are doing. I see sometimes how people fight their bodies and they try so much, even to slim and to do. I'm not saying that it's not good. It's good to keep healthy. But again, don't kill yourself trying to slim, and your body is not just made that way. Some people just look so shapeless when they try to slim. Others are doing some crazy things even to get bigger. it's good to accept yourself the way you are. Keep saying, if you concentrate so much on your looks, you forget who you are. If you concentrate so much on your looks, you definitely forget who you are. So whatever you have and whatever God has given you should work for you and not against you. You cannot spend the rest of your life trying and wishing that you're someone else. Wishing you are someone else is wasting the person that you are. It is important. Now, how do you discover that particular purpose that made you appear on the surface of the earth? Number one, you can know your purpose through divine intervention. Divine intervention, that is number one. Asking God, why was I born? Mike Twain once said that there are two important days in the life of a man. Number one, the day you are born. Number two, the day you discover why. The day you discover why you are born, it is as important as the day you are born. We have so many people who are hit and run visionaries. They are doing everything in general and nothing in particular. They are everywhere. They cannot be identified on anything. They have nothing. Nothing can be attached to their name. Because they are basically running up and down, chasing fantasies. Why live a second-hand life, trying to copy others and following what others are doing? While you can live a unique life, a life that makes you leave a legacy on the surface of the earth. Remember, life is not measured by the adulation. Life is measured by the donation. What will you leave on the surface of the earth? What will you be remembered for? What will be your legacy? We are talking about our President legacy projects. You know, what will be your legacy projects as you vacate the surface of the earth? You can ask God. You can go to God in prayer and ask him, why was I born? I remember at some point in life I was very discouraged. I was going through so much, getting a job, leaving that job, not getting paid, you know. And at some point I cried to God and I asked God, then why was I born? And that night, the Lord ministered to me. And that is when I received a dream why I was in the surface of the earth. I discovered my purpose through divine intervention. God basically spoke to me through a dream and a vision at night. And that is how Wisdom Talks was born. I saw a vision. I'm not going to give details, but I saw myself in a vision and in a dream. And when I woke up, I wrote down everything that I had and I saw. There are those dreams that you dream and they stick into your head. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. There are dreams that are repeated, reappearing in your mind even at night. There are some visions that you keep seeing. Don't ignore them. Some of them need to be written down. Habakkuk was told, write down your vision and make it plain. Whatever you see, write it down. Some of the things that God have been constantly speaking to you, but maybe you keep ignoring. So one way is divine intervention. You can go to God and ask him to give you your purpose. He knew you. He crafted you. He knows why you are the way you are. He brought your flesh together. He brought your bones together for a particular assignment. What is that assignment? You can go back to him. He knows, he understands. Some of you need to stop hating yourself and looking down on yourself just because of some of the things that you don't think you have. Maybe what you have is what you need. In one of my books, Wisdom for Wealth, I've indicated how one young man was one-handed. And at some point, he trained martial arts. Little did he know that that God, that one of his hands was the greatest weapon that he never had. So when he went for a tournament and he was facing his opponent had both hands. His master had trained him on one particular kick. And that is what he used. When he used that one kick, you can get the book and read the story. He brought down a very huge giant, his opponent. And after the tournament, he asked the master, why did you signal me, to use the kick? And in particular, the kick that I've been training for a long time. And the master told him, I signaled you to use that kick because the only way your opponent could have evaded the kick is by holding your left hand. And that is the hand that you don't have. So there is no way he could have run away from that kick. So I want to tell you, many times you have been looking at what you don't have, and you have forgotten that what you have is what you need. Number 2 way of discovering your purpose is by looking at your passion. What are you passionate about? What is that thing that you feel? When you do, you feel a lot of fulfillment in life. Some of you, feel a lot of fulfillment and excitement when you are helping others, when you are adding value to other people. There's a certain job. When you are given that job, you feel this is what I'm going to do, regardless of whether you are getting paid or not. That you can keep doing it every day without asking questions. That when money comes, when you're doing that, it can only come to encourage you, not to make you do it. It's very important. Very, very, very important. Your passion. Locate your passion. If you can locate your passion, it is very easy to trace your purpose. And people are passionate about different things. There are people who are passionate about cooking. There are people who are passionate about going out and helping others. You are just passionate about even visiting the needy. Maybe your purpose is rocked right there in that passion. And people have many passions. Why can't you just write them down and you begin to trace what might be hidden in this passion? Number 3, your giftings and your talents. What are you gifted about? What's your giftings? What are your talents? If you can rocket them, T.D. Jakes said, if you can rocket your gifts and your talents, you can easily rocket your purpose. Find out your gifts, your talents. Through that, you'll be able to see where they are heading you. If you are a gifted musician, what are you singing about? What is your message? If you are singing about love, might it be that is the line of your purpose? That you have been called to show and demonstrate love to the society. I see some people who love worship songs. And they are called, and singing is not just a purpose. Singing is a gift, but you can use that gift now to manifest your purpose and to execute your purpose. So if you are a musician, just know that maybe if you are in worshiping, like Gladys the worshiper, hallelujah, Gladys the worshiper, she loves worshiping. And through that, she's just called she's a minister. She's called as a minister, but she ministers through worship. And we have seen many people in our society today who began as musicians. You can also be gifted, maybe in a certain skill. We have seen great engineers who have received, who have tracked and traced their calling through engineering, through their creative mind, through innovation. And they have become shakers and movers. They have become great people in the society. They have been glorifying God through what they have been called to do. Some of them are doctors. They are just passionate about good health. And they are serving God in that. For you to serve God, you must not just be in the pulpit. You can be serving God in your trade, in your area. So what is your talent? What is your gifting? Through that, you can also locate your purpose. Lastly, opportunities. What are the opportunities that keep following you? The opportunities that keep following you. Remember, opportunities will always surround what you are being called to do. You keep running away from it, but opportunity will just present itself. You keep quitting a certain industry, but another opportunity still locates you and finds you and sends you to the same industry. There's something that belongs to you in that industry. Don't just wish it away. Don't keep pushing it away. There's something that belongs to you in that industry. You need maybe to narrow down and to look. You need even maybe someone to help you, to know what else you can do in that area. So opportunities can also help you locate your purpose. I just want to help you today. And there's a program actually that I'm doing called personal branding. Personal branding. That's a program that can add value to you, where you now begin now to look at what you are wired to do. And through that, you easily locate your purpose in life. You cannot brand a mistake. There are some people who want to be branded, but they are branding the wrong thing. I keep saying that branding the wrong thing is like motivating a fool. What you get is basically a motivated fool. But when you brand yourself on the right thing, you can be sure of growth in that industry. So make sure that you locate all those areas and that you find out your purpose and fulfill your purpose. That is why you are created. That is why God brought you on the surface of the earth. And that is the only way you live a fulfilling and satisfying life. I am Joe Wisdom, and that is Wisdom Talks.